everyone. Welcome to Freebird Spirit YouTube channel. Thank you for swinging by and hanging out for a little bit for another deep dive. You know, yes, it is uh, quite one thing knowing things are going to be chaotic and yucky. It's another living it out, right? I totally get that. We are in unprecedented times. And what does that look like? How do we do our days? How do we get through the absolute madness of our day to day and all the things coming out and watching this injustice play out, experiencing the injustice play out? And so before I was coming on, all of a sudden, I was getting some, because I was kind of thinking, okay, so what are we going to deep dive in on today? And there are a couple of people I want to look at for March and April. And so, but first, Harvey Milk had a message, and because I'm like, okay, so wait, how do we do this? How do we? Because if you don't know Harvey, Google him, look him up, learn his story. It's pretty powerful. But he showed me linking together, making that wall. We no longer, being that one person like we saw the other night, that gal in Idaho, I think it was. Was it Idaho? I think Ohio or Idaho, Ohio. And in the town meeting, and she was dragged out, and no one stood up. So it's important that she had friends there. They probably just didn't know what to do, or were frozen. We don't know what type of, because some people freeze in things like that, and some people act. But we need to overcome some of our freeze and act. And he's showing linking together and creating walls, right? So when if you are using that fire in your belly to protest or do these town meetings, make sure you go in a group and make sure you link up, stand strong together. It's important, even metaphorically, that we really, really need to come together and unite. We need to be united. I also understand that I do understand that some of the Republicans that voted for, some of the MAGA, some of the that voted for this administration are now in the FAFO part of this, and are are being affected by by the things that he's choosing to do, and are regretting their vote. Now, for those of you who've been with, we saw that some would do that. You're going to have some of the ones that will never, but you do have some that are very much aligned, and I mean, aligning with, now I voted wrong. I regret my vote, blah, blah. So that is happening. And I understand you do not need to make them part of your friend group, but we do need all the numbers we can, so that uniting against the the 1% is important. No matter who they voted for at the beginning, if they're willing to unite and go up against this administration, it's okay. You don't have to make them your friend. But we do need to unite for the common good of everyone. What else he said? But yes, that unity is so important. Together we can. Let your voices be heard, known. It's important because as the administration continues to oppress mainstream medias from being able to be in the Oval Office or be in some of these the meetings and stuff like that. So the narrative, so they can oppress the narrative that's going out to the people. We need to continue to be as loud as we can wherever we can with the truth. But yeah, he says now's the time for action, whatever that looks like. And if any of you are on my community page today, it is the 26th of February. So whenever you're watching this, I did post to um, call Congress. I put a link to where you can find out you just push on the link and find your who you contact. But yeah, do it every couple of days. Call. Just say, I'm gonna, blah, blah, whatever it is, what's ever happening, let them know that you're not okay with it. So if you're not able to get out and do um some of the actual protests or getting to a town hall or whatever it looks like for you, pick up the phone and that'll help as well. Another way to assist uh, uh, is uh, wherever you can, love your neighbor, help your neighbors. And what I mean by neighbor is anybody that, any other human that needs your assistance and that you can do that, do that. Some of the oppressed, some of the people who are losing benefits, losing their jobs, losing all the things. So if it's helping out food banks in your area, or if it's whatever it is, find your spot. This is the time. And so, and also this community, keep in with the community and supporting one another in the chats and the comments and so forth. It's super important to have that connection, that human connection right now with like-minded folks as we continue to go against this oppressive administration that's trying to do horrible things. All right. Thank you, Harvey Milk. So the two folks I want to look at today, they're very different, but I feel like they'll give us some insights behind the scenes. And one is Ivanka, and one is Robert Kennedy Jr., the one who's in charge of the health, whatever he's doing. It's interesting because I'll do his first, because when I stepped into his energy before, when I was trying to figure out who are we going to do a deep dive with today, and he came and he doesn't, and I know you all know this, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's literally like, oh, someone's watching right now. I need to look like I'm doing something, or I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to, and he's so unqualified for the position that he's in. It's like he just wanted in. It's like he just wanted in. It's not necessarily it was so evident that he's so unqualified for the position he's in that he's just kind of like making shit up as he goes. See what I can destroy next. I mean, all right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take a look at him for March, like I do. So I'll do March and April, and we'll just kind of take a look and get some energy around what it looks like for him in March and April. And I think it'll give us some backdoor things. So hold on as I throw the cards, so you don't have to you don't have to watch me do all that. So here we go. All right, let's take a look at this guy. Okay, so we're looking at first beginning of March. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the airplane. So that combination is talking a little bit about, yeah, being it's kind of the energy they were showing me of, you know, he looks like a fool, and the whole you have that airplane, the whole movement, trying to get things going and moving and up in the air going. He is It's bad. Another thing could be that he's not addressing something that's airborne, or something like the bird flu and all the things. He just looks foolish, unprepared, and like that, with that page the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Just he looks foolish. Um, Not good. Um, doesn't stand on principle, or wrong for exactly who they were showing me. Just kind of sitting there going, okay, here. You know what I mean? Like, totally unprepared. He cannot repair whatever this is coming in. And so that second week of March, you have failure. He can't repair. He can't repair, and failure. So you have that Six of Wands in reverse, kind of that falling off he was never on the pedestal. Not from us anyways, just kind of falling off that, kind of like zero help at all, zero recognition, zero the whole thing. Now that moving into that third week, and remember, this is the week that we're kind of like the Ides of March week, that 15th, I think. And you have, we had bad cards for Fotis and Elon the last time we read in this position. And this is wanting to retreat. So the Seven of Wands in reverse, wanting to retreat, overwhelmed, no confidence, like everything's kind of falling, and you have the Death card coming in. So that's just like, it is just like not great, not a good third week either. So then you move into the fourth week, and you have a new direction for him, moving in a different direction. That you have that Chariot and House under construction. So it's almost like building up a new direction with whatever is happening with him. But yeah, kind of like complete. All right. Then we get into April, and we have where he is kind of dancing around, having to defend himself a little bit here, but standing his ground. And but again, you have that dancing shoes, and it reminds me of kind of what he does. He dances around what's reality. You have the second week of April. I have the Two of Cups and the Desert, which means kind of a lone wolf. If you have this combination, I'm seeing lack in that. I know they didn't come in reverse. It did come up right. So there's some kind of connection here and proposal, but it's going to hit, like he's going to have some kind of thing that maybe he's put together, and some proposal he's bringing forward to do something in whatever the health thing whatever. I mean, but it's not going to hit. It's not going to hit. It's not going to hit well. It's going to be crickets. Like, no. And then I think that third week of April, we're looking at the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So you're going to see whatever he was proposing falls flat. That Wheel of Fortune in reverse there, and you have the elves, and the elves always remind me of all the puppets, right? But it could be this could represent people, and we're like, yeah, we are not. We're standing up against this. We're saying no. This is not welcome, or whatever. But yeah, so there's a lot of resistance happening. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is not a good card, or in this position, what in this reading, I would say it's yeah, it's failure. It's not right track, the whole thing. Then we're looking at the fourth week of April, and we have disarray, confusion, and fire, the inferno. Like it is out of control. There's a lot of confusion. So I when I look at this, I'm not sure if he's dealing with like some of the, we have the bird flu, we have the measles, we have all these things happening, and he's not addressing it. So I don't know if that's what's playing out or if it's the administration as a whole, but it does show us that things are not going well for him and or the things he's doing. And so that gives us some insight behind the scenes there with this administration, I think. Um, but not positive for him, but not positive for him is also not positive for us unless we get rid of him soon. All right. So that's what it looks like for him. So the next person I want to look at is Ivanka. I feel like it'll give us some insight to um, behind the scenes there. If we can take a look at how her weeks are going in the next couple months, I think that'll give us some insight. I feel like I feel like this just got bigger than her, and where she may have had influence before, she has no influence really, as far as she doesn't have anybody's ear or anything like that. It's more of a uh, uh, you know, look good on my arm type of thing. Just part of the family, um, without much of a. I don't feel like she has a voice. Is kind of what they're showing me here. Um, she actually makes me feel fearful, like she's fearful underneath everything. I don't know if she ever shows it or any of that, but when I step into her energy, she feels afraid. She's fearful. All right, so let's take a look at her cards. All right, so it's the read starts out pretty much how they were showing what they were bringing in before we threw cards in regard to her feeling like she doesn't have a voice, a little bit trapped in this, a little bit like there that fear piece. It's kind of playing out. So let's take a look. We have so the first week of April, you have the star in reverse. So you have that discouraged, that insecurity, that being ignored, not having a voice, the whole thing, feeling trapped with that jail cell. So that's kind of playing out with her. Then you move into the second week, and again, timing is a little weird about this, but this is the energy around her, and we're going with the weeks, but we'll see how it all plays out. Secrets. And So I feel like she's trying to find some ways to reveal some stuff, but you have that King of Wands in reverse and the Sprout. So something is coming forth. And when you have that King of Wands in reverse, it does talk about secrets coming to the surface. So there may be some secrets, something coming out that second week. And I don't know how shit plays out with her, but it also talks about um, the impossibility of what's expected of her, and it's like it's really overtaking her, and the secrets and all the things, but we may see something sprouting out. So then we're looking at that third week, and again, there's more secrets, hidden agendas, and like all that with the the high priestess in reverse and the house under construction. So I do feel like she's that things within the home or whatever. There's hidden agendas trying to hide things, um, and you know, lots of blocked things. But with the house under construction, it just within the home, maybe. Maybe we can throw another card exactly what direction this is going. But again, more when I'm feeling into the cards here intuitively, there's just a lot of hidden, oppressed agendas and secrets and stuff like that. Um, but that's very exposed there. Something is exposed that third week. Um, then you have uh, the fourth week, I have the unicorn and the eight of swords. Interesting combination. When I see that unicorn with this, it's kind of feeling odd man out a little bit, oddball-ish. Um, but you do have that uh, feeling very trapped, stuck. Um, but she got herself there. So again, with that unicorn, I can't put my finger on it with that unicorn, but mainly with that fourth week, feeling unable to move, feeling a little trapped. Um, yeah, stuck, victimized. All right, so then we're looking into April. Feeling very vulnerable, wanting to hide. Um, see the theme here with all her cards? It's just all kind of all pretty much the same through March and April. Um, yeah, that second week of April, you have the Two of Wands, and just really playing it safe, looking for some light at the end of a tunnel sort of thing. Whatever's happening that second week, she's trying to find some movement forward, but playing it very safe. Okay, so then we go into the third week of April, and we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So very fragile, very needy feel to her. You have the angsty teen, so a lot of all over the place emotions that week, not really being able to nail down the chaos within her and the fears and stuff like that. It's just all over the place, is what I'm seeing with that. Um, Playing the martyr too, a little bit there. Interesting. So playing that out that third week. And then you're looking at the fourth week with her, and it looks like she finds it's trying to separate herself from all of this. So if you look at that week before and her saying, already beginning to separate herself, saying, "Okay, this is my way out." Um, she's been looking for a way to separate herself from this administration and the family and so forth. And so it looks like she may, like by the end of April, finding her way a different direction, um, to help to separate herself from all this. Um, but let's take a look at. I wanted to look at that third week in March. That's the tricky week. We keep getting tricky cards for that week. So let's go ahead and I'm going to throw 3 cards for that. Just a little bit more info on that third week, because that's always an interesting one. And for this one, that third week of March, that's that High Priestess in reverse and house under construction for her. So a lot of hidden stuff, a lot of hiding things, repressing our feelings. What other things with the High Priestess in reverse? Yeah, feeling very disconnected as well. Yeah, she's continues to feel trapped. She's looking for opportunity. She's looking for stability, opportunity to for success. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So she has this opportunity overseas for success there, but can't do anything about it. Some connection there. Yeah, and you have the Tower card coming in because a tower hits. So all these things that were in place, uh, you have that tower coming in, destroying it. So that's that third week. Yeah. All right, you guys. So that's the deep dive today. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you for subscribing and doing all the things because it does help. And thank you for all my members who really, really do keep this channel moving and going, and the opportunity for us to have this community. And so blessings to you all, and we'll see you all next time.